Namaste, Capricorns and Capricorn Risings, the directors of the Zodiac, and welcome to Soul Horoscope SuperScope Weekly Report. My name is Christopher Witecki. I call myself the Sensei to Sirius Joy, and you are really the captains of the Zodiac, the ones who ultimately are in charge. But right now, you may not feel so large and in charge because things are certainly changing. The universe is kind of popping us out of an old ice cube tray and into a whole new fire. And for you, this has to do with changing and shifting the way you respond emotionally to yourself, or you could be making some profound changes in the home family dynamic. Now, this horoscope is for Capricorns, Capricorn Risings, or who I call Step 8s. I believe there are 11 steps of serious joy, and you are, being a Capricorn, you are good at Step 8, the decision point, which turns into career and legacy and management over things. It's that you can make decisions. Now, that said, the universe is saying it's time to make decisions a different way, and that is to include what your emotions need in the decision. Profound and different entirely for Capricorns. At the same time, you're being asked to make decisions about relationships also based on your feelings, not necessarily the other person's or how you'll get ahead or the kind of money you'll get or the dowry. All right? So what is this? Well, this is, in essence, the emotional state of awareness, the I feel. And we already worked through the feelings, karma, home, family, foundation, childhood stuff. This week, you're going to make a profound change when it comes to your moods, the kind of mood you set. And mood turns into the ability to go into passion or anger or rage, right? So in overall, maintaining an emotional mood is for you the plantation or foundation to your career and also marriage and ego, as you're going to see here in just a second. Now, what the universe is going to do is give us what we call a lunar eclipse, all right? This is a profound investment of energy, and it actually is going to work to the anterior of what you would think. And you have to understand the grid that we're under energetically. This is it here. We're in what we call a grand cross or grand square. This goes on all month long. It kind of feels like a straitjacket in your life, and for Capricorns and Capricorn Risings, it is a tug-of-war in the essence this month between feeling better and feeling grounded, and where the hell's my career going anyways? Now, Mars represents the career part, screen right. And when it comes to career, I gotta say, you're not gonna know for some time, probably May 20th, 21st, because Mars is retrograding, you are gonna be doing a lot of redeciding of old things. At the moment, the most powerful point to change career and legacy is where the sun is in Aries, the Uranus side of this equation, which means you have to innovate the way you emotionally respond to yourself. So a lot of times Cap and Cap Risings are impatient for success, not because they're impatient to be successful, but because they're bad at feeling okay until they are successful. So because you don't manage your emotions, you might push down the wrong path, make the wrong decisions, or make decisions in your career legacy based on a half-empty emotional tank. So this is ultimately pushing you for this. Now the other north-south here, Pluto to Jupiter, is between ego and marriage. And you've been reconstructing ego since 2009, and you will be through 2022. So it's not going to turn over anytime soon. However, where it comes to ego and strength right now in Mars retrograde, a lot of your masculine side, whether you're female or male, is redefining itself, all based on how you feel. And Jupiter in Cancer says, hey, Caps Risings, it is time to move forward only in relationships that feel good. That is, of course, if you already feel good to yourself to begin with, because if you don't have that feeling good to be you, then you can't judge a relationship on it feeling good because you're showing up feeling poorly, which is another reason why Caps and Caps Risings kind of slip down a slippery slope. Now, what the universe is giving us this week to change the entire equation is this, a lunar eclipse. This is a full lunar eclipse, and it hits at 25 degrees Libra. What this is going to do is kind of have an erasing effect on old career objectives. So you'll probably let down old career ambitions. You were going for this, you were going for that, let's just let that all go. Why? Because they might interfere with how we feel. It may not be fun, it may not feel good to pursue that career. And if it doesn't, then we can't do it. So the eclipse will teach a Capricorn or not. Now remember, goats are kind of stubborn. They stand on the top of the mountain and don't want to get off. So sometimes the universe kind of butts them off. And I got to say, a lunar eclipse is one of those times. So really be open to yourself and be open to any possibility that's going to feel better. Because the universe wants you to feel better. Once you feel better, you're going to succeed in other areas. Trust me. So the step 25 lunar eclipse kind of will will be calling for absolute peace in your future. It's saying you need peace in your future. That means anything that's not peaceful or in the way will kind of rain down your life. And so some foundational things may fall apart. Maybe a lease, maybe a connection to where you're living. Things might fall apart in your home family life because directions of career are changing. What you want to do really is just go along with what feels right and make your mind align to that. That's what 25 degrees is. Step 25 is feelings and emotion coming together. Emotion and thoughts coming together. And when they do, you have a nirvana, when you can bring those together. So looking at the week, again, the eclipse is actually Tuesday morning, early Tuesday morning around 3 a.m. Eastern time. So really Monday night when you go to bed, you want to say, all right, you know what, I'm open to my career and future. I don't have to be this or that. What's important to me right now, what's feeling good is this, and letting go without the universe having to get you fired or laid off. But that does happen for stubborn goats. They get fired or laid off. Then by Wednesday, you're going to feel your shift happening already in society. Friends may be going away, new friends showing up, new introductions, a real maturing in that attitude. And by Friday, you're going to really go underground. So it's pretty cloudy and kind of going underground on Friday and Saturday. It's kind of moving into the faith moment. So if you're going for something like going to buy a house or trying to aim for something, especially in this Mars retrograde, I would say as long as you're upgrading your nest and you're wanting to live better, the universe is 100% behind it. But if you're moving there because it's tied to a career ambition you have, I don't know if you can count on that until May 21st. That's just my advice. So passionate strength is really being there for yourself emotionally. And that means being there for yourself in your career decisions, in the contracts, in the ego dispositions. It means being there for yourself passionately in your marriage and partnerships. This turns to courage, especially during the lunar eclipse, and you're letting go of certain aspects of career or future planning. But I believe it's going to turn out okay if you go with this kind of emotional flow. Now, for those of you who love like a Capricorn, which I affectionately call an 8VQ, Venus in Capricorn, this is an interesting time. No matter where you are in your love life, if you have love in your life and you're in a relationship, if you're seeking love and haven't been in a relationship, if you're not interested in love at all, this is where love is for Venus and Capricorn. It's a mental thing right now. And really it's about if you want to attract love or live in harmony in your love relationships, it's so important that your thoughts are self-compassionate and self-merciful, which means if you've already thought about your low bank account 4 times, you don't make yourself think about it again. That's merciful. Make it easy on yourself. We don't have to be hard. So softening your thoughts leads to softening your relationships and softening your spoken words to your lovers. This is a great time to get into poetry or something like that. And it's also going to be a great time to maybe reach out to someone you've been looking at for a long time, but later. More on Love Fest Day and more on that next week. So soften the thoughts for the Venus and Capricorns, or 8VQs. Now, you can find out how this whole month ends by buying a Megascope monthly. These are at soulmart.me. I throw in a lot of extra stuff like some history with where Uranus was in Aries and how long you've been changing your emotional foundation. I also go deep into the coming eclipse, which will hit you in the heart of love on April 29th, so that's fun. And you'll have extra details. I really take the time in each day to coach in each day. So that's at soulmart.me. Also, if you want to be coached each day live from me, I have a network called gavenus.com. Come on down to Gavenus, and I will help you every day. And if you are on YouTube, we ask you please subscribe to our channel. We do appreciate it. On Facebook, you can now like us and track us at soulgarden.me. And if you want me to email you every day your horoscope and your now zodiac weather, you should check those out. Come on down to soulmart.me and hop on our mailing list. I'd be grateful. I will be glad to email you and stay in touch that way. We deliver the scopes. All right, my Capricorns, good luck with this. Step into the emotional security, step into what feels right. Let everything go. Let everything else fall around that. That is the new Capricorn versus the old Capricorn. I'll see you in 7 days and more. Until then, live, love, be.